You really thought you could marry my son? You're not good enough for him. Don't even dream about joining our family. You're just not the right person for him. Now, leave. That's what my father-in-law said to me, his voice cold and cruel. And as if that wasn't enough, my mother-in-law added, "You'd only go after Alex for his money anyway." My name is Kate. I'm 34 years old, and I've been working at the same company since I graduated from college. While many of my coworkers have moved on, starting businesses, getting married, or having kids, I've stayed, pouring all my energy into work. But that doesn't mean I'm just some lonely, career-obsessed woman. I actually have a fiancé, Alex. Alex and I met through work. At first, I thought of him as a hardworking and serious guy, but after collaborating on a few projects, we got closer. He eventually confessed his feelings, and we started dating. We've been together for a few years now, and recently, Alex proposed. While I was thrilled, I couldn't shake the nagging worries I had about our relationship. Alex is younger than me, which sometimes makes me feel self-conscious. He's always told me it doesn't matter, but I can't help wondering if it might cause issues in the future. There's also the matter of his family. His dad owns a successful business, and Alex works for him. Someday, Alex is expected to take over the company. I'd always been afraid that his wealthy, influential parents wouldn't accept me because I come from a regular family. When Alex proposed, I was overjoyed, but deep down, I worried if we could really make it work. Still, Alex's optimism always reassured me. My parents loved Alex from the moment they met him. They've been supportive of our relationship and are happy we're getting married. That gave me hope. Then came the day I was dreading, meeting Alex's parents. Their house was enormous, like something out of a movie. As soon as I saw it, I started doubting whether the clothes I had carefully chosen were fancy enough. Alex's world was so different from mine. He'd take me to upscale restaurants and book luxury hotel rooms for our trips, treating it all like it was no big deal. Yet, he never made me feel uncomfortable about my background or flaunted his wealth. "I love you for who you are, not for your looks or money," he told me once. Even though I doubted why someone like him would be interested in me, his sincerity made me believe in our love. That's why I was determined to win his parents' approval. "Don't worry, Kate," Alex reassured me. "I've already told them all about you." When we arrived, his mother greeted us at the door. "Welcome, you must be Kate," she said with a polite but distant tone. "Yes, it's nice to meet you," I replied nervously. She gave me a brief nod and led us inside. The living room was massive, and Alex's father was sitting on an expensive-looking sofa, waiting for us. Meeting his mother was nerve-wracking enough, but his father's imposing presence made me feel even smaller. "It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Kate. Thank you for having me today," I said, trying to sound confident, though my voice trembled a little. Alex gave me a reassuring smile. "Don't be so nervous," he whispered softly. But his parents weren't smiling. They just stared at me coldly, making my nerves even worse. "Please, have a seat," his father said, motioning toward the sofa. I sat down, but almost immediately, his father said, "No." I froze. "Sorry, no to what?" I asked, confused. His mother nodded in agreement with him, her expression just as stern. "Hey, Mom, Dad, what are you doing? What's that supposed to mean? That's so rude," Alex snapped, stepping in to defend me. But his parents didn't seem to care. "How old are you?" his mother asked abruptly. "You look older." "I'm 34, I replied, bracing myself. 34? She said, raising her eyebrows. "You're 6 years older than Alex. How can we accept that? He should be with someone younger, not someone so old." Her words stung, but she wasn't done. "And at your age, isn't it too late for you to have children? We need someone who can give us grandchildren. Alex needs to marry a younger woman, that's just how it is." I had been afraid they'd bring up my age, but hearing it still hurt. "Also," she added, "you're still single at 34? That doesn't sound right. There must be a reason no one's married you yet. Maybe it's your personality?" "Mom," Alex exclaimed, furious, "that's not true. Kate is amazing, she has a great personality." His mother shot him a look. "Then why is she still single?" I took a deep breath, trying to keep my cool. I know being older might seem unusual, but I've been focused on my career. I wanted to work hard and achieve my goals. Marriage wasn't a priority for me until I met Alex. He changed that. I hoped my explanation would soften their attitude, but it didn't. "Work hard?" his mother said with a sneer. It's not like your job is anything special. Even if you work hard, it doesn't mean much if you're not making good money. Honestly, she continued, instead of working so much, maybe you should have spent more time making yourself presentable. Exactly, his father chimed in, smirking. You could still improve. Plastic surgery could help, even at your age. His mother laughed at his comment, covering her mouth. Oh, honey, you're so blunt. It was the first time I'd seen them laugh, but it wasn't kindness, it was pure mockery. I was stunned, angry, and humiliated all at once. I was speechless. You think you're good enough to marry my son? Alex's father sneered. You don't meet our standards. Don't even dream of joining this family. You're just not the right person for him. Now, leave. His words were cold and cutting. His mother wasn't any kinder. You must have tricked Alex for his money, but you can't fool us. We see right through you. That's enough, Alex shouted, his face red with anger. You can say whatever you want, but it's my life. I decide who I marry. I gently touched his arm to stop him. It's okay, Alex, I said before turning back to his parents. I understand how you feel, but it's incredibly rude to say such horrible things to someone you've just met, I said, keeping my voice calm. I don't care about your money, it means nothing to me, but if I ever became rich, I'd make sure not to act like you. With that, I stood up. There was nothing more to say. As I headed for the door, his father yelled after me, How dare you insult us, you beggar, you'll never marry my son. I turned back briefly. Don't worry, I said coolly, I have no desire to be part of a family like yours. His father's face turned red with rage. You're disgraceful. I'd love to meet the parents who raised someone like you. I didn't bother responding. I walked out, fuming at their cruelty. Outside, Alex caught up with me, breathless. Kate, I'm so sorry, I can't believe they said those things. It was horrible, but maybe it's better this way. If we'd gotten married, dealing with them would have been a nightmare, he said. Then he took a deep breath and said, I've made up my mind. I'm leaving them. I'm not taking over Dad's company, and I'm quitting my job too. I was stunned. Alex, you shouldn't rush into something like this. I'm not rushing, he said firmly. I love you, Kate. We're together because of love, not money. I don't need them or their company. But I hesitated. Let's go to your parents' house, he said, grabbing my hand. We'll tell them everything. When we got to my parents' house, they were surprised by our sudden visit but welcomed us warmly. Over tea, we explained what had happened with Alex's parents. My father listened quietly, then finally spoke. Alex, your father's company, it's called Space C, isn't it? And his name is Patrick Smith? Yes, that's right. Why? Alex asked, confused. I thought so, my father said with a nod. Come on, let's go back to your parents' house. Dad, what's going on? I asked, startled. They said they wanted to know whose daughter you are, my father replied calmly. Let's show them. I couldn't believe how determined he was, but I didn't argue. We all went back to Alex's parents' house together. This time, Alex's father opened the door. He scowled when he saw me. You again? I don't care how many times you come back. Whose daughter do you think you are, talking to me like that? Before I could reply, my father stepped forward. Patrick, he said firmly. Alex's father froze, squinting at my dad. Slowly, realization dawned on his face, and his expression changed completely. Mr. Anderson, is that you? Alex's father, Patrick, stammered, his confident demeanor crumbling. You remember now, don't you? My father replied, stepping forward. Yes, I'm her father, she's my only daughter, and I won't let anyone insult her. Have you forgotten what I told you years ago? Patrick's face turned pale. No, back when you were arrested for smoking, drinking, and even shoplifting, who covered for you? Who gave you a second chance and helped you get your life together? It was me, my father said firmly. I taught you that no one can succeed alone, we need to treat others with respect. And yet, now that your company is successful, you've forgotten all of that, haven't you? I'm sorry, Patrick muttered, clearly shaken. My father continued, his tone sharp. Being the president of a company doesn't make you better than anyone else. Success is no excuse to look down on people. Haven't I taught you that? Patrick hung his head, realizing the truth in my father's words. One more thing, Alex chimed in, glaring at his father. My boss always complains about stress. Are you harassing him, Dad? What? I'm just being tough on him because I expect more, Patrick defended weakly. My father shook his head in disappointment. You haven't changed at all. You're still the same arrogant man I knew back then. It's shameful, Patrick. He then turned to Patrick and demanded, apologize to my daughter for what you said to her. Patrick bowed his head to me. I'm sorry, Kate, he said, his voice low. Now you too, he told Patrick's wife. She hesitated but eventually followed suit, bowing and apologizing. I felt a wave of relief as they finally showed remorse. Then Alex spoke up. I'm done, Dad. I'm leaving this house and the company. I'm starting my own business and marrying Kate, just like I promised. His parents panicked. Wait, if you leave, who's going to take over? Patrick cried. You can't do this. We're counting on you, his mother added. I'm tired of being controlled, Alex said firmly. I want to prove myself on my own. Thanks for everything, but this is goodbye. He bowed politely and walked out, leaving them stunned. Later, I learned that Patrick had been one of my father's former students. True to his word, Alex quit his father's company and started his own business. I supported him while continuing my own career. His company grew quickly, and before long, we got married and began a happy life together. As for Patrick, his arrogance caught up with him. He was sued by employees for workplace harassment, which caused the company's stock price to plummet. Eventually, he was dismissed as president. Through all this, I've learned how important humility and kindness are in life. My father's wisdom has always been my guide, and I'll carry his lessons with me as I strive to live with dignity and compassion.